Everybody, welcome back to TekWarfare, episode 50 with me, Sid, and following on from the stream last time, we were working on the castle, and I've done a little bit more work on the castle, and I've made a few changes, and it's by no means complete. This is going to be a big project, but let me show you. So I've now got, I changed out the roof, for starters, for blue things. I want this to feel posher than the original castle, and then I've built these towers up and I've taken them to the top, and I was thinking about roofing them, but then I decided to go with these crenellations instead. I think they just give it a little bit of something. Now I still need to detail these walls. They're still flat, mainly flat, with a little bit of variation in it, but I need to get more of this stuff going on. We need to do something around the, so my thoughts are that is the floor levels. I'm thinking maybe there and there on each of the levels, maybe not this one, because that's, we could do something I suppose at this level, but you know, it's largely pointless. We'll do something, maybe hang some torches, I don't know. I have done a murder hole and a little roofed area over there. We'll go have a look at that in a moment. And my miner and druid are still alive, which is a hurrah. Yeah, and I've started putting out the wall on this side. Now, I'm going to do, obviously all of this needs detailing as well. This is all work to be done, but we're getting there. However, I don't want to work on this today. I want to work on the problem with a build like this is there's so many things to work on. There's this structure here, there's the gate going in here, there's the harbour area that I want to work on, there's the detailing of these walls, which we're continuing on around with, there's working over there. Always things to do, never enough time. In terms of the interiors and the stuff going on, nothing really happened. We haven't even got doors on them yet, but we have got the arrow slits in for all of the levels, so we can even shoot our own people. We can probably get a shot through there, I think. Yeah, we can. And again, we've got the similar kind of thing going up here. I don't know why I've done that one. That does seem kind of pointless. Yeah, that does seem kind of pointless, doesn't it? Oh well, we can fix that later, but we have got into the courtyard area as well. And then we've got these areas up here. Now, obviously, it is possible to jump from one side to the other. I did consider connecting them, and they decided against it. This will continue up, the roof will continue up, I should say, and we'll get this kind of central courtyardy bit going on, the central building here, which will have a cellar. Wizard's Tower over here. I'm probably going to kind of do something like this over here, and we'll just have a little thing that's 3 wide and with an overhang. Nothing too fancy, but steadily getting there. Get a really good view from up here as well, and you can even shoot zombies right out as far as there. It's definitely got some prospects, shall we say. I'm going to leave this box, however, here, because this is the building material. We'll take it down with us. If I leave it up here, then I'm going to forget about it. This box contains quite a few of the building materials for this, so we'll just pop you there. This will have, as I say, a walkway, an overhang. We'll probably stick a door in at that point there, and you know, we'll get there. It's work in progress. Oh, and then, as I said, we've got the murder hole. So that's all done. So the plans for today. What do I want to do? Well, what don't I want to do? I want to do everything. But what I do want to do is get away from having to go and chase round after wherever he's gone. I've lost him already. We've got a baby. Oh, here, this fella. He's a pain. You try and track him down, and you know, you just don't know where he's going to be. So we do need to get the market area done. Oh wow, good grief, they're busy. I better check around the other living areas. There's also some of this inefficient bloody chopping trees down that the lumberjacks seem to be so good at. I don't know why they do it like that. Right, you come here. I want did I get any of it? I got some saplings. That's good. I'll have these down as well. Yeah, it just seems to be constant repair work with these guys. Fixing, not with these trees, it's just the oaks. And I don't really know what we can do to stop it, because there doesn't seem to be any pattern to the failures. They just are one of those things. I really could have done with one more sapling there. Oh well, we'll go and grab this. Yeah, I am stumped as to what I can do to stop this. I mean, to be fair, I only got one sapling from that, didn't I? Damn you. Alright, we'll fix that later. Not a problem. To be fair, not a biggie. Anyway, let me continue. So, yeah, we want to work over in the market area. And apart from finishing off that butcher's, which would be nice, but not essential. Here's the other one. They're not replanting very well. I mean, they're seriously not replanting very well. Plant wheat, harvest wheat. This is the only thing this guy should be doing. This one is on everything. They should be planting, and I don't know. They've not planted carrots. They've not. Oh God. Oh, I'm going to have to fix this for all of them before I go any further, aren't I? All right. Leave it with me. I shall be back in a moment. All right, that is now fixed for a while anyway. The deletes do seem to be not. Hello, drop the lead duplication, but they are keeping up with this stuff, which is good. I suppose we should check to see whether. I mean, what? I mean, with a chicken, why would you lead it? You'd pick it up, wouldn't you? Just the one. Okay. I don't think we're going to get rich off lead duplication somehow. So where to start? So the market square. Obviously, I still need to do a lot of work leveling this, but what I want to do is, to start off with, is I just want to go around. I'm going to leave the odd bit of grass, not a lot, but some. And what I want to do is replace all of this dirt with chiseled dirt, gravel, a few bits of cobble, and make this into a definite market square. However, I want this to be more structured. So what I do want to do, let me just make sure I've not created any dark spots. I want to just go and have a look at a few chiseled textures and blocks we've got options with. Have we got any cobblestone in here? Plenty of dirt. One teeny with a bit of cobblestone there. No, I need some cobble. Okay. Now, there is a thought. I have a thought which, if you had, this is obviously quite primitive. The idea of the paths are dirty and, you know, just worn, not so much roads. And I want the market square to be somewhere between the two. I want it to be a market square. I want it to be a formal kind of affair. That should be enough, I think. But I also, get out of the way, yeah. I also want it to be a kind of dirty, worn, bit run down. Not too run down, but a bit run down. You know what where I'm coming from. Well, hopefully you do anyway. So there is there's dirt bricks, there's dirt nether bricks, there's dirt small bricks. So if I were to go and get one of each of these, dirt bricks, dirt nether bricks, and dirt, and then I don't think there's any other bricky disordered bricks, and I don't think any of those are going to help. Now if I were to go and have a look at our options in bricks, we've got wide bricks, which don't really match anything. I'm trying to see if there is a texture in the bricks. Small bricks, small bricks. That's what I'm after. Let me go and get a few of those. I don't think there's any other nether bricks. I don't think we've got anything that even comes close to that. And then you've got you've got bricks, not bricks, but bricks. Which again, there really doesn't seem to be anything similar. That would be the nearest, the wide bricks, and even that's not quite right. And arrayed bricks is wrong as well. Doesn't matter though. Let's not get too disheartened. In fact, let me go and get a few of these, a few of those. So let's come over here and start making a palette. We have got dirt small bricks, and I want a few of those. And dirt small bricks is an option on its own, and there's also cobblestone small bricks. But if I were to take that and that, and then we were to go and right, where are we? Let me just nope, that, pop that away, get that in, grab me some chisels, and we'll leave that there for now. I don't really need it. And then have a look at what we're overrun with, which is that stuff. Right, so let me start off with small bricks, and we'll chisel that up, and then we'll do small bricks in cobblestone, and we will chisel that up. And then what we'll do is we'll take the cobblestone, and actually no, we'll take this, and I'm going to go and into detail mode, and I'm going to start here. So what we can do is we can actually have bits of this missing. So it's like we've got cobble, but it is also missing a bit of the brick. That's my kind of thought for a little bit of the detail. A lot of this, some of that, but what we'll end up with is more. Let me just try and get some more example going on, like so. And we can just kind of work this in, but the other side of this, the flip side of this coin, is we can also take some of these so these are kind of the opposite of these bricks that have worn down to the point that they are, let me just do this a quick way, to the point that they're mainly dirt or dirty bricks, and you know, So that kind of, I think that's where I want to go with a little bit of this. Just get a little bit of these going, but not too much. Similarly, these ones we can take and we can just use an ordinary dirt. So we can, let's take some dirt. And if we grab you, then we can come over through this one, for example, and we can take a bit of that out. And if I take a bit of that out, we also want one where this is taken out. And get there eventually. Oops. Missed another bit, but you get the point. Oh, that is actually a grey bit, okay. So when you actually, if I were to take that, that's actually not right, is it? I've done this wrong. But the idea is to keep these as geomorphic as possible. So again, you could take oops, no. A bit of, say, this one. And then this would actually geomorph much nicer against that. Not sure how chaotic to do this. I think I'm going to primarily use these bricks, these kind of bricks though, and we'll maybe do some of this after the fact. I'm not entirely sure, but it's difficult. How much detail do I want to put into this thing? Right, let me work this through, and I'll be back with you in a moment. All right, so I've got a goodly amount of this done, and it is all this. Now the idea is, as once we've done that, we can come around and change these up a little bit, just with a chisel. However, this excavating is proving to be a bit of a pain in the bum. And then I remembered the key word here is excavating. You see, I included in this pack a mod to give me hammers. Which is ironic because I've got a pick which is called Hammer Time, and it's a 3x3 hammer, but there are hammers in this pack, and there are also excavators in this pack. So I really need to move out of here. We need a hammer crafting station, which basically needs me to make a wooden hammer, which is made with solid planks. Oak, well, that will do me. So we'll get one of those. No? Planks then, maybe? Maybe it has to be there. Okay, there we go. And then that is used to make a wooden hammer, like so. And then we use that with 1, 2, 3, 4 crafting benches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 stone. 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe this should do the trick to make a hammer crafting table, which we shall place there for want of somewhere better. Now all the hammer crafting table does is give us a much bigger grid, and there is a hammer option. If we actually look at that, it's if we look at sparks, there is a hammer, but there are also excavators, and there's also Molnir There's a giant hammer which you make with lots of things. There's a nether star hammer which you make with a nether star. Does obviously a lot. We are going to be looking at a diamond excavator though, which is basically some sticks, which we need anyway, and some of these diamonds, and the diamond excavator is like that. Which should, hopefully, I'll leave that there for now, give us a device things. Now what I want to do now is obviously to go and get this enchanted. Oh god, yeah, we really need to move out. It's a real pain because I need a area to move out to. However, right now let's go and see what we can get on this thing. On breaking 3, take it. Big holes efficiency 4 and breaking 3. That seems somewhat odd. On breaking 3, big holes. What you doing? You enchanting them boots? It's very busy in here. What did you get? What did you get? Feather falling 3. Very nice. Not bad for a freebie. Right, we need mending, and ideally a soulbound as well would be good. That's got mending on it. That'll do me. And then we'll try and find a soulbound, and that should give me everything what I would want on this, I think. If I were a soulbound, where would I be? I'd be in here somewhere. La la la. Do do. La 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 la. Okay, I'm going to keep hunting for my soulbounds. I know I've got some somewhere, and I shall be back in a mo. Alright, here we go. I managed to find one. So we're going to stick soulbound on it, which should, and fortune too apparently, and mending. Relatively inexpensive actually. Let's go and see how this thing works. I've got no idea. I've not tried these at all. I haven't even tested them. I know people like hammers, and I go for a hammer. Let's see. First things first. Is it a 3x3? Oh wow, that is. I don't know what that is. That's quite a big hole, actually. I don't want it to be that big. That's a pain. Okay, let's get rid of that. So I'm kind of stuck with the fact that I'm going to have to do this the hard way, which is a pain. But there you go. What can I do? I was hoping that would do something. I'll have to experiment with those a little bit more. Maybe there's one that's slightly less destructive. I'm not going to bank on there being one that's slightly less destructive, because this seemed pretty damn destructive. However, we do definitely need to put our dirt lights back in, because they've been decimated out from where they belong. But yeah, I'll just run this by hand, I think, and we'll come back and do the other bits in a moment. So yeah, back in a moo. Alright, I'm kind of detailing, and I'm realizing that I am getting too obsessed in the detail here. I will do a lot of this because I think it does add a certain something to the build, but I also realise if I allow myself to go down this route, then I'm asking for this to take me quite literally hours, and realistically it is the floor of the market square. So I'm going to kind of just do a little bit of detailing at this side, because this is where I want to build the main stall, which is going to be the merchant stall. And obviously this will be a kind of focal point, but what I don't want to do is get completely bogged down in the detail, because otherwise I'm just going to be here all night, chiseling out bits, and you know, I've got a bit of a life, not much of one sometimes, but yeah, so let me carry on working on this for a bit. I'll just get a few basic details done. I don't think I'm going to do much more, to be honest. We might take a little snippet out of here, and maybe I'm not going to maybe just take that and bring this in as a brick. I don't know. It is so easy with chisels and bits to get carried away in the detail, that you can quite easily just completely lose yourself, and that can be dangerous in itself, you know what I mean? So, you know, doing that will make a difference. Not a huge amount, but it will make a bit of a difference. And I think at that note, we're going to, well, we need to try and get away from this god-awful rain. I suppose I could just do a bit of weather invoking, get us through this particular thing. So now I need to think about market stalls, and we're going to have a number of stalls. Most of them are just going to be for effect, but this particular one, and I'm going to just get rid of those as well. I think we don't need them, and they're just cluttering up the place, really. Yeah, market stalls, we'll have a number. We'll have some shops under these arches. Obviously I need to do the excavator, is going to come in very handy for working up there, so I'm not worried that I seem to have wasted a number of diamonds, because I know I haven't. What I haven't got over here is any space to store anything, which is a bit of a pig. I suppose if we can get rid of some of these into the relevant, I'm sure we should have. Yeah, there we go. That'll give me some space. Actually, what we could do is unchisel those as well, and that might help. Especially if I bring that and that back. I have a tendency with chiseled blocks to try and store too much of an individual block, and yeah, it's a bad habit, but things. Right, let's look at market stalls. I need to get some few bits and pieces together, and I will be back with you. All right, a bit of an experiment here. So I've had these in the workbench for a while, and I've made also the crafting clay, which is sand, dirt and dye. The question is there any benefit to making crafting clay over just putting the dyes in straight off the bat? Because we're going to use DecoCraft for quite a lot of this, and we obviously still need to do the butchers anyway, so we might as well get into that kind of thing. So I still will need to do a lot of chiseling over here, but let me not get bogged down in the detail. So currently, if we take red, we've got 12 red. If I put in 1 red dye, I've got 20, so that's equivalent to 8. If I put in the crafting clay, that's only the equivalent to 2. Does it add any clay? 86, 88. So it does add clay as well. So the benefit to doing that lot is that you actually get clay out of it. However, you are far better off piling in raw dye, so which I will go and get some more of, because I've got one of these somewhere in these. I've got some clay. I'm sure I put some somewhere, or did I put it away? I may have put it away, but we have got clay and we can get more clay. So yeah, you sir are going to get somewhere to actually put your wares, and we're going to try and do something clever as well, just to save me a bit of time when it comes to trading with him. So I've got an idea for that. But first things first, let's get the dyes in there, because I did put a whole bunch to one side. Clay. What did I do with the clay? Let's just take 50. Not take it all, because you never know when you're going to want some more. And we can always go for a clay run, but yeah. This square is definitely shaping up in its structure. We do need to chisel, randomize the blocks as well. That's another thing I do need to do before we go any further as well. But let's get those in. I mean, yeah, the difference is quite amazing, actually. And obviously green will never be a problem again. And then we can stick the clay in. That gives us 396. Gives us access to all of the good stuff, including we have a look at the market. No, that's a market register. That's not going to really help. There is somewhere in this lot, obviously we've got stuff for the yard, which, yada yada, if you pardon the pun. But there is the storage barrels, and these might be cheaper than doing wooden barrels and crates for a lot of this. Signs, yeah, we can. I don't know whether there is actually a merchant sign, is there? General store might be a sign that's worthwhile, although the signs are massive, and obviously this is going to be a market stall, not a thing. So let's not worry about science, religion, patron, office. Here we go, market. So we can actually get quite fancy. Now obviously all of this stuff is not applicable, but having pies and sacks of things and crates of bits and pieces, all handy. Not going mad with those though. This guy is a general store. So first things first, I just need to, and I'll just do this side from about here. And just randomize these a little bit. Just go mad, really. Till we end up with a certain pattern, or lack of pattern, more to the point. We don't need to do too much. I'm just trying to get a I'll probably do, to be honest, and we can repeat that around elsewhere. That's not a problem. Right, so we've got a nice big old structure here, and I'm going to come out, I think, from there. Let's give him a good old stall. 2, 3, 4, 4 deep. And then we'll take this back like that. I need more spruce. But the idea is we will then come up with these on the top for his for the things. These are dark roleplay pillars. So when we place something on the end of these, which is not going to be a block of wool, but it will be similar to that. Now, do I only want it to be 2 high, or should I go for 3 high? I think 2 high will be enough. Need a little bit more spruce fencing, and then we can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use chisels and bits to lay. I had thought about doing carpet, but there's no point. I might as well just use chisels and bits to do it, because it will give me exactly what I want without any of the hang-ups of carpet's abilities to pop off. Yeah, get that done. Back in a sec. Alright, very basic structure in place, but what I want to do then is I want to lay down a strip of 3 of this fabric. Now, obviously this will look like carpet, but it's, as I say, it's got the advantage that it isn't carpet, which is fairly key. I probably want more than 3 actually, but are you going to... You are not going to do the thingy, are you? Okay, that's fine, but it doesn't matter. So we take you and then go into placement mode. That allows me to do that. I was hoping that that would have detected that that was a solid block. Stupid question. If I give it more width. Oh, damn. I'll undo. No, it's not going to do it. It's a shame. I was hoping that that would have picked up, but it really doesn't matter. So what we can do then is we can grab... Oh, let me just chisel that one down as well. There we go. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, that should be a reasonable start. And obviously we're going to have a purple canopy on this. I mean, you know, who do you think I am? And then we can bring you in over there. Until we've got this prop. Ooh, interesting. That was not expected. Grab that, grab one of them, place that in like so. Then we can bring this one forward. And I did think about making this a bit saggy, but I'm not. I like things to be a bit more straight. You know, just, I don't know, it's just, for me it just makes them feel like they've been taught, you know, stretched tight over the thing. So obviously that gives you a very basic and obvious market trader stall, but needs a little bit more, because that really isn't wowing me with the idea that it's a let me get that. Oh, you won't allow me to... that's interesting. We may have to resort to some trickery then. Oh well, that's not a problem, because it's actually... do I stay with... I suppose we could just go with more spruce fence if we're going to do that, couldn't we? Because my thoughts then are, if we're going to do that, we might as well... Oops. Make our own. Because that's got another advantage. It means that I can actually go in here and... I don't know, we'll come over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can just bring this down like this and make our own support structure, which definitely works to me. Now whether we can get whether we do that or just do it on this side, I don't know. Think this through. What did I do there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there was 6, and that's where I kind of came in from there. Yeah, I mean it's got the advantage that we're making our own thing, and it will also mean that we can do a little bit more. I really do need to sleep this rain off as well. But that's alright, because that means we can duplicate that. Where's my crafting bench? Make another 3 of those. 1 to go there. I mean, to be fair, if they're not doing the structural thing, then they're really not worth bothering with anyway for me. But what we want is a placement. That works. Perfect. Right, and then what I was thinking is we'll just get this kind of thing going on. And make it more like it's stretched over the top. Let me just do a little bit of work on this. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I need some hoppers. I need 2 hoppers precisely. And in here I have got 2 mailboxes. Now my plan is very simple. First things first, we are going to put this piece of smooth andesite back here. We're going to take this mailbox and we are going to select this. This is going to be we need to come back out there just for a second. We need to make it a private mailbox, and we're going to select Sid's Trades, and we're going to select Sid's Merchant Box. So we're going to auto output, and the sides are that anything that goes into here will go through to there. That's the target, and the sides are, I don't think we need to I need to no, don't need to. The top is up, hang on, the top if I go and stick this in here, we should see these are going into Sid's Merchant Box, and Sid's Merchant Box obviously doesn't exist. That's probably not a good thing. We'll find out in a moment. And then there's a light block there. Not there. There. This is going to take a while to drain out. What we're going to do is over at this side. I've done the canopy. I've not decorated underneath it or anything, but we are going to have a nearest to the middle, like slap bang in the middle, we're going to put a radiant chest. And we're going to whack a hopper going into that. And we are going to get you, and you are going to go on there. And we're going to be private. We're going to select name. This is going to be Sid's merchant box. And we should be seeing all of the items starting to come into here. And we are going to auto output. We're going to take the top on the bottom, and that should start draining into here. All that literally does is anything I put into the inventory over in the storage thing for trading, it will automatically transfer over here into this box here, and it will do nothing more. And we're going to stick that on there. That's going to be our thing. Now we just need to find some decorative blocks for this. Let me just have let me have a look in my pack for, we'll go with rustic lanterns, because that's what I've got plenty of. We'll stick a couple of those there. I mean, there's no problems with lighting, that's just, you know, a thing. Now what I am tempted to do is give him a crafting table. He doesn't need a crafting table, but why not have a crafting table? Go away. My God, I will be so glad in 3 or 4 days time when that has gone away. What do I want? I wanted to, have I not got spruce on me? I haven't. Okay, forget it. So we need some basically some merchanty decoration. An art isn't going to really give me a great deal. Bathroom isn't going to be, bedroom probably not. Dungeon, yeah, probably not anything there that a merchant would have floating around. Same with the architecture, that's all windows and doors mainly. I suppose you could have had, well, we might find a use for a spice rack and maybe a bit of pheasant hanging. We're going to use that in the butchers as well, but bulbs, so I'm not going mad with those. Holiday, not really. Kitchen, not really. Lighting, no. I would like some tables for him to stash some stuff on, so let me get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. I know I could use the wooden ones from elsewhere, but we'll take a crate of green apples. We'll have a crate of lettuce. See, no one sells lettuce anyway. We'll take a couple of sacks of barley, and I'm running out of storage here, aren't I, rapidly? Speaking of which, we probably want stuff from the storage section, so let's jump over there, and we're going to want 1, 2, 3 of those to start off with. We'll come back for more in a bit. We got plenty to be going at. So what I'm thinking is we'll get rid of you for starters. Can't really get rid of those, so that's after. Oh, I've still got the iron on me, as I've got so much crap on me. It's untrue. Okay, well, we'll work with it. We can put some lettuce over there. Sack maybe there, maybe a sack there. We can even put the apples out front. Now, can I... This is going to be awkward, isn't it? Why do you... we'll go there, though. Alright, that's fine. And the spice rack can go there. So we've got a little bit of stuff hanging around. We can go and get some tables back here. Maybe a table there. Maybe even a table just out front like that. It doesn't really matter. This is entirely our construct, so you know, we can have a chest, a crate there. Go and grab a few more bits, and then we can get this. What time is it? It's getting on actually, so let's go and buy the token for him. Architect. Merchant, where are you? 40. That's actually a bargain. We'll go with that. It's a bargain at half the price. So at least now we know that our merchant will always come to here. Where we are currently receiving eggies. So it's really handy. Everything is here that we can trade. We can just fill it up from over there, and we just need to finish decorating. Let me go to town a bit, and I shall be back in a mo. Alright, here we are. Let me try and get that so it's not quite so obvious, but that is our trade station. We have, he's taking, today he's got jungle wood for 3, wool for 7, spruce for 4. Well, I can definitely do spruce, do jungle, I can do wool for definite. Come here, you. Let's go with the jungle. Wool. No, let's get the right one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think I had another wool in there. I did. I need to find out if he'll actually trade spruce. We'll have those as well. And that is essentially what I want to be able to do. Now we can head, that white wool's obviously no good to us, but that, I like that. He's got his money, and he's got a little thing for taking orders, a few, he's got his trade goods, storage. Should I wish it, I don't obviously, but and I could realistically have used say that as my storage for those, but this will hold a hell of a lot more. He'll turn up here every day. We'll get more market stalls around the place. Maybe, you know, we'll stick one in here, a small one, and you know, we'll basically clutter this place up. He needs something to go on there really as well, doesn't he? Are you not going to let me place on that? I know you can place them, but it doesn't want to let me place it on that object, which is a pain. Here's a question. Can I do this? I think the answer is probably yes. No. Okay, fine. We'll not do that then. Yeah, but I'm happy with that. That works. I can continue working over there, continue working over here. I may, between episodes, start randomizing these blocks a little bit more. I also may do a little bit of work of chisels and bits around here. And I'll almost certainly try and hammer back some of that landscape up there. But I definitely feel like we are achieving something. I'm not entirely sure what we're achieving sometimes, but apart from throwing my wand away. But yeah, I do feel like we're we're getting somewhere. I mean, we've got the marketplace in, we've got the first stall, we've got a butcher's, the things doing, you know, the place, the village is doing great, except for these. They're not replanting bloody beetroot, and I wish I knew why. Oh, you just replanted one. I don't know, maybe they're just prioritizing them differently, and it could be due to the fact that the beehives are making them grow so fast. They're prioritizing harvesting over growing, but that's the only thing I can think of that might be to blame for that. So yeah, but yeah, we can check up on the actual things they can sell. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll send those across. I think that should be sufficient of those. Anything else? He doesn't buy beetroot seeds, unfortunately. He will buy steak, and he will buy pork chops, and he will definitely buy carrots and potatoes. We'll leave them the mutton because there's not a lot. He does cake, but I don't know whether he'll buy those, even though they've been made by them, which is a little bit of an odd situation to be in. Wow, you've been busy, haven't you? 4, 5. We'll send 5 of those across because he will take, not that one. He will take those. Yeah. Anything else that is crap and that will not, well, he'll probably never sell? I don't know. There's so much stuff in here. It's all over the shop. I mean, iron sword we can take because that's not even been enchanted. Those Frostwalker boots I am very tempted to do. Timber, we can take a whole bunch of that. Yeah, I think we're there, but until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.